Hey guys, welcome to another installment of the Academy, and thanks for watching. Thought I'd do another unboxing, and today I have for you LFT's The Trials of Task Force Faith. I've had this for a couple months, been meaning to do an unboxing of it, but it is Korean War, and I am not a huge aficionado of the Korean War. In fact, I own the module, but I have never played a Korean conflict, Korean War, whatever it's technically called. Never played a scenario in that war. Just, I don't know, it hasn't really clicked with me. I don't know much about the Korean War other than watching MASH growing up. Just not really in my wheelhouse, but I am a ASL junkie, so I have for you the Trials of Task Force Faith. I may not be able to speak to a lot of the Korean War details in this. There are probably others out there that are more steeped in that history than I am. Certainly, there are more, I know for a fact. But we're going to go through it real quick. Uh, LFT, there is no back, or is there? And it's hiding in here somewhere. I don't think there is a back on this, but it is, you can get it from directly from their website, I think for 45 euros, I think, or I think it's $60 at Ritter Krieg. I think I got it from Ritter Krieg. Just easier to get it in the country than you just buy it directly from Derek and you're done. But it's $60 and there are, I think, there's one map, no counters, I believe, no, and 11, 12 scenarios. Oh wait, I think I found the back. No, no, it's the back of the magazine or the historical insert. Okay, let's go through it. Trials of Task Force Faith. I know a little bit about it. If you like the Korean conflict slash war, you like night, I think, and you like frigid temperatures that freezes everybody in the middle of the night, you may like this offering from LFT. All right, let's go through it. Let's start with the historical book with the rules. Very nice, very thin. It's not very thick, but it's always a nice production from LFT. Full gloss, very sturdy front and back cover. Here are the credits. Here they start right in with basically the terrain order of presentation. So they talk about causeway, railroad, hillside light scrub, slopes, the dreaded slopes, hillside light scrub, tents, hasty roadblocks, perimeter defensive positions, American characteristics, and CPVA characteristics. You can see here, here's kind of a key of the terrain. So you'll notice everything is white or blue. That should give you a hint of the time of year for the trials of Task Force Faith. But we have hillside scrub, road, open water, ice, and level 0 through level 9. So there are 10 levels uh, on the map here. And the whole map, you can see a little preview of it here. The whole map won't fit on my filming area, but I will put a graphic up later on so you can see the overall map. But I'll also unfold as much as I can to show you. So it goes through roads, woods, crags, pretty typical. Weather and kindling. So weather is ground snow for all of these. Weather is overcast. ECs are snow with no wind. Overcast. Ground effects or ground snow effects on streams, ice, effluent, and water obstacles. Entrenching. Entrenching is NA, I assume, because the ground is hard as ice. And I don't know what, I guess when we see the scenarios, we'll see what the time frame or what month it is. We have night rules. Yeah, the 5 night scenarios are herein are all night light. Moon and cloud cover is included. elimination rounds. Extreme winter is in effect only at night. The Americans and excuse me, the Americans and the CPVA are both treated as being pre-April 41 Russians as to extreme winter fate. Example: extreme winter, a medium machine gun malfunctions on die roll greater than 11, while a CPVA light will malfunction die roll greater than or equal to 10. So extreme weather and ordnance, night and American AFV movement, night and American infantry movement, field phones and extreme weather, a lot of extreme weather that affects your equipment and how you do things. Gun emplacements, OBA draw piles, friendly board edge and recall. Then it gets into the details of the actual terrain of railroad bridge, hillside light scrub, slopes, up slope, down slope, tents, little tent hexes with tents in them, hasty roadblock, perimeter defense positions. Then it gets into the American characteristics, 60 millimeter mortar pits, field phones. Then it gets into the CPVA or CVPA characteristics as well. The credits again. Looks like the main designer was Andrew Hershey, and then the designer notes of why they did what they did in the trials of Task Force Faith. That's it. There is no campaign game. This does, I think, link to, yeah, let's see, from the cell, yeah, Walmore, Korea. Doesn't link. It's related to From the Cellar Number 10 is still available with F Company, 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines at Tong Tung Pass. So this is the map for that, Fox Hill. And looks like you can still get that. That is more Korean winter goodness if you're into that. And then the back, Ritter Krieg, which is where I got it from. Derek's a good person to deal with. A little bit of delay between the release of an actual thing from LFT from overseas and when he gets it, but you don't have to deal with the hassle of international shipping and all that if you just get it directly from Derek. Let's see. I guess there's no counters. Let's just look at the scenarios. Scenario FTTF F1. That's a mouthful. And again, you can see what section of the map it plays on. So we're looking late 1950. So this is end of December 1950. All of these are probably within a month of each other. Doesn't look like they're chronological. Looks like they kind of are spread out a bit, but mostly November, December 1950, the end of 1950. So 11 turn big 11 turn night, or sorry, night light scenario here. Red dragon stalking polar bears. Here's the remainder of that. And then the beginning of the Assumption of Faith. Light gray. That must be, yeah, low visibility here is treated as mist for turns 1 through 3. Not night. You just have mist in the morning, I suppose. Lots of fortifications here. Foxholes, sangers. The Americans are dug in. Same with probably most of these scenarios. Americans are dug in. And there's the assumption. Oh, Red Dragon. Wow, Red Dragon Polar Strikes. Okay, here's the first page. First part. Here's the second part of that one. They start off with a bang. And here's the third part of that. It's a three sheeter for the first scenario. Same with the Assumption of Faith. Looks like it may be a 3-part or two. First page is on the back of this one. Assumption of Faith continued. and the Assumption of Faith. They start off with two big scenarios right off the boot, 3 pages each. The finish of the Assumption of Faith, shaking off the shock wave. Looks like a small, pretty small in area and small in stature as well. Scenarios. Looks like the CPVA have some captured American artillery. Return of the Dragon, Part 1, continued over here. This is a night scenario. At the end, there's no campaign game. There may be a monster game here at the end. If these first ones weren't big enough, they don't take place on the whole map, but they are pretty big. But there may be a monster here at the end. We'll see what we get. Return of the Dragon, not to be confused with Enter the Dragon by Bruce Lee, one of my favorites. Taking Back Vital Ground, small section here again, more reasonably sized. Another small one, 6 turns. Scenario 7. Scenario. These are all mixed up. 3, 7. I must have looked through them and not put them back in order. So ignore the order here. I'm not going through them. Maybe they are in chronological order. It's just I have them all shuffled up here. Scenario 7, then scenario 9. Small one. What are we looking at here? Low visibility mist. Treated as heavy rain. Beginning on turn 3 and until the end of the scenario, low visibility hindrance is treated as heavy rain for the darker gray. Triple A to the Rescue, Part 2. Did we miss Part 1? It's in here somewhere. Looks like another decent sized scenario. Scenario 8. Oh, here it is. Firemen and Icemen. Here's the continuation. Short night scenario, looks like. Yeah, night. Falling snow and night. Falling snow may occur, not rain. Oh, may occur, not rain. Night scenario, short one. Triple A to the Rescue. Here's the beginning of that one. In November, night scenario. Another night scenario. Getting bigger. We're getting to the whole map here. Hold out. One more night. Here's a continuation of Part 2, and Part 3 is here. Okay, and then first station at Face Via Rosa, scenario 11 here, and here, 11. Maybe there's only 11 scenarios, not 12. I think I said 12. I think there is only 11. Sorry, I had them all out of order here, but you get the gist of it. There is not one monster scenario that plays on the entire map. I guess this one comes the closest. This one here, hold out one more night. Okay, so as you see here, sorry, I'm a bit of a jumbled mess in this unboxing. As you see here, if you are a fan of extreme weather, winter weather, night, and fairly large, not all of them, but maybe half of them have fairly good size orders of battle with fortifications, and you like Korean War, the Trials of Task Force Faith may be in your wheelhouse. Again, I'll just mention that. I would say this is a very specialized module. Not a lot of people, from what I can tell in the various communities, play a lot of Korean War, a lot of Forgotten War. I know there are some fans out there. So whether you pick this up or not is obviously up to you. Just be warned, it is Korean War. And here is one map panel. Okay. Sorry. blocking the other camera there. And the sheet 2 attaches down here. It is a good size map. It is, I would say, 4 feet by 3 or 4 feet by 5 feet when you put both pieces together. And here's the other panel right here, which slides down on this end off of the page. So yeah, it's a good, yeah, 3.5 by 5 maybe ish. But you can see it's just a sea of white to blue here. And I'll superimpose the overall map in the video as well, so you can see what it looks like overall. But yeah, here's the inlet here. I assume this is all ice. This is all snow. You have a railroad. And then this is basically a valley. It runs the whole length of the map. Yeah, the whole, and then there are basically hills that go up on the sides covered with scrub. And you can see here's kind of what the hill looks like on one side. Here's the valley. I'm blocking the light and it goes up like that. I need some like super 4K zoomed out to show some of these maps because they're just big. To show them on a reasonably sized filming setup is impossible to do. I can only show you parts of them or take a separate video and put it on a table, and our table's all covered with crap. I can't really do it right now. But you get the idea. It's a fairly big map with lots of snow and slopes on the sides and a valley running through it with a road and railroad. Okay. All right, that's it. Task Force Faith. Not a whole lot to it. Now, you're asking me, Neil, is it worth 60 bucks? I have to give my honest opinion. No, it is not worth 60 bucks. You get a map and 12 scenarios. It is a historical map. I love historical maps, but 60 bucks, no counters, small little booklet, 11 scenarios and a map. 60 bucks. I'm going to say no, it's not worth it. Just like when I did my unboxing of Ponry, at the time it didn't dawn on me, but if you were to ask me if Ponry is worth it from a financial point, bang for the buck, I would say no to that as well. So I'm saying no to this. It's costs too much for what you get. Just like Ponry, you get for $175, you get a big historical map, one campaign game, and I forget how many scenarios were in that, 8 to 10, and a sheet of counters, mostly of counters you have probably thousands of already, maybe a few new ones for 175 bucks. I'm not saying it's a bad module. I'm just saying it's a bad value. Just like this could be a very good, very fun module, but 60 bucks is pretty steep. And I understand that the cost of printing, yada yada yada, is expensive and shipping, etc. But there are much better values out there for your ASL dollars if you are on a budget for buying ASL stuff. Okay, that's it for Task Force Faith. I'm gonna try to do more unboxing. I have so much stuff that I can do unboxes. A lot that I have not thrown in front of a camera. And I think I'm gonna start doing that to give you an idea of stuff, not necessarily MMP stuff, because MMP, I think I've done unboxing of most of the MMP stuff. And you see, most people see the MMP stuff and they know what it is. But I'm talking about third-party stuff. I have a lot of old critical hit stuff. I recently bought something off of the Consim World Facebook Marketplace. I got a really good deal on like 9 modules. One has been on my list to get for quite some time. This version of this module that's kind of hard to get. And I got a screaming deal on it, and I'm going to start doing some unboxing of those. And I've got some more Bounding Fire. I've got some more LFT. I've got a bunch of uh, Lone Canuck. I got a bunch of stuff to do. So I'm going to start knocking out some of these unboxings just to show you what's out there. You may not buy it. Some of it you can't even buy anymore. Or you can buy the new versions, for example, Critical Hit that costs, like $200, which is ridiculous. You can find some nice Critical Hit gems on eBay for cheap, or get them on a fire sale if someone's cleaning out their things, which is what I ended up stumbling across on Facebook. So yeah, I'm going to start showing you some of that stuff, but that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I don't do this enough, I want to thank all the channel members, the people who have joined my channel. You see the list of them at the front of nearly every video, but I hardly ever thank them in my own words. So thank you for all the supporters out there and all the viewers and subscribers. Adios. I'll see you in the next video. Academy out.
Get to the chopper!
If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, thanks for watching, and let me know how I can do better. See you in the next video.